Jake Higgins. Ms. Sassman says Jake is an all-around awesome student. He has a strong work ethic and strives to do his best. Jake is actively involved in extracurricular activities and not only follows all the Wally Wildcat rules, but encourages others to do so as well. He is a role model for his classmates and often goes out of his way to help others. Jake is a leader and has a positive attitude. He promotes citizenship here at school and in the North Coventry community as well. Congratulations. Natalia, I knew I was going to have a problem with this. Say it again. Viatkowski. Natalia Viatkowski. Maybe by the time you're in the 6th grade, I'm going to get this down. Keep practicing, because I think you'll be here every year. Poor kid. Miss Sassman. Natalia is a wonderful young lady. She always does her best and goes above and beyond. Natalia is there to lend a helping hand to other students and teachers. She is a role model, has a positive attitude, and knows to do the right thing. Natalia is a leader and follows the Wally Wildcat rules, while encouraging her classmates to do so also. She promotes citizenship here at school and in the North Coventry community. You're welcome. I promise to practice all summer on that. Yeah, Brianna Cargo. Mrs. Schwank says, I am nominating Brianna for the Citizenship Award this year. She deserves the award because she comes to school with a positive attitude every day. She is respectful to her classmates, teachers, and other members of her school. Brianna is an excellent role model for others and displays an understanding and appreciation of her civic responsibility to herself, others, her school, and the community. I have always been able to depend on Brianna to do what is right. She is well deserving of this award. Schwank says, I am nominating Derek for the Citizenship Award this year. He deserves this award because he comes to school with a positive attitude every day. He is respectful of his classmates, teachers, and other members of our school. Derek is an excellent role model for others and displays an understanding and appreciation of his civic responsibility to himself, others, and our school community. I have always been able to depend on Derek to do what is right. He is well deserving of this award. Ms. Abramson says, Jamie is always extremely positive in school, which spreads to others. She goes out of her way to help her friends. She promotes citizenship each and every day. Abramson says, Jesse is always enthusiastic about school. He is always promoting the rules in class. Jesse is a strong individual who demonstrates citizenship every day. Mrs. Wall says, Caden demonstrates kindness and concern for others at all times. He is always willing to help a classmate or teacher in need. Caden is respectful to friends and teachers. His example encourages others to also show respect. wall says Alexis was chosen as a recipient for this award because she approaches each school day with a smile on her face and the desire to help others while trying her best at school. Alexis is respectful to adults and to her peers. She strives to do the right thing in all circumstances. Writes, Campbell is an all-around stellar student in person. She is very conscientious and courteous. She follows the rules and works to make the classroom a more organized place. Campbell is my go-to girl for just about everything. She participates often and her contributions are always thoughtful and appropriate. Campbell is a sheer pleasure to have in class, and her moving on to 4th grade is bittersweet. Mrs. Flick says Shane Teller is a boy of few words, yet when he does choose to share, it is worth waiting for. Shane is always happy to help another student or show new students the ropes. He takes time and care to complete all assignments and never misses an opportunity to apply a learned strategy or technique. Shane is a kind and caring young man who will surely be an asset to the 4th grade classroom, lucky enough to get him. Crew. Mrs. Cole writes, she consistently demonstrates a positive attitude, has a strong sense of what is right, and the courage to do it. She is kind, respectful, and helpful to everyone. She is also an active member of our school and community in many ways. Sometimes this runs in families. Mrs. Colt writes, Duncan shows a positive attitude towards school, classmates, and adults. He is very responsible and respectful of his school and others. He is willing to help anyone, any way he can. Says JD is a student who is always following the rules and giving all his effort to his studies. He is always willing to accept a challenge and follows through to the end. He is a committed participant in the Cub Scouts and is a true role model for his peers. Ellen Mandra. Mrs. Beaver says Ella is a student who is always there for her classmates, whether it is letting her peers borrow school supplies, helping them clean out their desks, or giving them advice with a challenging problem. She is always one they will rely on. She is also a polite young lady who always demonstrates respect for herself, others, and the school. She participates in Lions Club and also competed in the 2014 Reading Olympics. Emily Feldenberger. Mrs. Tedesco says, I am nominating Emily for this award because she is a wonderful role model to her classmates. Emily participates in many activities such as K-Kids and volunteers frequently whenever we need assistance in the classroom. She is very responsible and reliable. She always makes great choices and is a productive and helpful member of our classroom. Emily consistently exhibits the traits of good citizenship. Wearing my favorite shirt today. I have one just like it. We could be twins. Mrs. Tedesco says, I am nominating Ben for this award because he demonstrates a strong commitment to the values of good citizenship. Ben participates in many activities such as Lions, Cubs, Scouts, and volunteers frequently in our school and community events. He is very helpful to his classmates and teachers. He takes care of our classroom and our school. It is a pleasure to have Ben as a student. You're hearing now, as the students, now that we've reached the fourth grade, teachers are talking about Lion Cubs. We have several service organizations in our school, and we encourage all of our students to participate in community service. One is the Lions Cubs, and the other is the K Kids, and that's a version, the student version of Aquinas. Aiden Fry. Mrs. Youngblood says, Aiden is a student who is always willing to go above and beyond to support others, whether it is during her participation in Lion Cubs or just every day in the classroom. She is respectful, helpful, and always keeps a smile on her face. Her strong leadership skills and positive attitude are qualities that stand out and make her a good citizen in our classroom. Mrs. Youngblood says, Austin is a respectful and kind fourth grader. He helps others without hesitation, whether they are friends or not. He always strives to do the best in all aspects of the day and is a true good citizen in our classroom. Mr. Zaleski says, Kimberly is a very conscientious student who has made her classroom a better place. Kimberly is very active outside of school and has worked with K-Kids to help make North Coventry the great place that it is. Our classroom is a better place because of the examples of hard work and integrity Kimberly brings to the classroom. Whether it is respecting her school, teachers, or mentoring classmates who may be struggling, Kimberly is a shining star and a great example of a good citizen at North Coventry. Mr. Zaleski says, Liam is a hardworking student who has spent a lot of time working to make North Coventry a better place. Liam has helped the North Coventry community with his work in Lion Cubs, as well as helping to set up many PTA functions. Liam was also willing to share his science fair project with the members of the third grade because of the topical nature of the subject in relation to their curriculum. A project that he did a great job on of putting together, by the way, says Mr. Z. Liam has worked hard to make his classroom a better place. Ms. Bell says, Zoe is ambitious, respectful, motivated, conscientious, and those are just a few adjectives to describe delightful Zoe. Zoe is an exceptional student as she continues to go above and beyond what is expected. Miss Bell writes, Josh demonstrates having an exceptional work ethic as he strives to achieve his goals and excel in all areas. Leadership qualities are modeled by Josh in all of his endeavors.